Right, and then below that, investigation of applications down to the bottom are adjourned. Just double check.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Well, good morning, everyone. Because of COVID-19 pandemic and consistent with both the governor's emergency declaration, the executive orders, and the town's emergency declaration, this meeting will be live streamed so that all members of the public who wish to listen and observe will be able to do so, and it will be recorded and transcribed. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Supervisor Clavin?
Present.
Councilman Blakeman?
Here.
Councilman Carini?
Here.
Here.
Councilman Dunn?
Here.
Senior Councilwoman Gooseby?
Here.
Councilman Muscarella?
Present.
We have a quorum.
I now ask that Councilman Muscarella lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, and all please rise.
Please stand, hand over your heart, remove your hats. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic and the God and the business.
Madam Clerk, may I have a motion to suspend the designated procedures of the Town of Hempstead Board in light of the continuing COVID-19 pandemic?
So moved. Second.
Supervisor Clavin?
Aye.
Councilman Blakeman?
Aye.
Councilman Carini?
Aye.
Councilman D'Esposito?
Aye.
Councilman Dunn?
Aye.
Senior Councilwoman Gooseby?
Aye.
Councilman Muscarella?
Aye.
Madam Clerk, please call the first public hearing.
The first public hearing is a proposed local law regarding regulations and restrictions to limit parking in West Hempstead.
Madam Clerk, would you please read into record any written comments received regarding this matter?
We have not received any written comments from the public, Supervisor.
Okay. Does any member of the board wish to be heard on this? If not, may I have a motion on a reserved decision?
Yes, Supervisor, I move that the public hearing be closed and that the board reserve decision.
I second the motion.
Supervisor Clavin?
Aye.
Councilman Blakeman?
Aye.
Councilman Carini?
Aye.
Councilman D'Esposito?
Aye.
Councilman Dunn?
Aye.
Senior Councilwoman Gooseby?
Aye.
Councilman Muscarella?
Aye.
Madam Clerk, please call the next motion.
We have a
hearing.
proposed local law regarding parking or standing prohibitions in Merrick, Oceanside, and Uniondale.
Do you have any comments on this?
We do not have any comments from the public.
Okay. If not, may I have a motion?
Chris.
I move that the public hearing be closed and adopted.
Second.
Supervisor Clavin?
Aye.
Councilman Blakeman?
Aye.
Councilman Carini?
Aye.
Councilman D'Esposito?
Sorry, Madam Clerk, I think we just need to correct the record. I think that's to reserve decision. Senior Councilwoman, are you okay with the amendment?
A reserved decision?
Yes.
Okay, I'll go with that.
So may I have a motion again?
I'll just amend Senior
All
Councilwoman
right,
Goosby's
read the motion.
motion to reserve decision on item number 2.
Okay, Supervisor?
Which one are you talking about,
It's still-
Councilman? Remember the first one?
Ca-
3255?
30255, it's a motion to reserve decision on it.
Why don't you do
Okay, all right, I agree.
Okay.
Second.
Sorry, Madam Clerk.
Supervisor Clavin?
Aye.
Councilman Blakeman?
Aye.
Councilman Carini?
Aye.
Councilman D'Esposito?
Aye.
Councilman Dunn?
Aye.
Senior Councilwoman Gooseby?
Aye.
Councilman Muscarella?
Aye.
All right, the second, for the clarity of the record, the second public hearing has been unanimously reserved in a decision.
Madam Clerk, please call the next public hearing.
It is a proposed local law regarding school speed limits in Franklin Square.
Madam Clerk, would you please read into the record any written comments regarding this matter?
We have not received any written comments from the public, Supervisor.
Okay. Does any member wish to be heard on this matter?
Yes, Supervisor. First of all, I want to thank you and congratulate you and Councilman Muscarella for working with me together on advancing this situation that we have in Franklin Square by the Willow Road School, which we are trying to mitigate what has been described as a dangerous situation. So I'm glad that we're moving this process forward. I would move that the public hearing be closed and that the item be put on reserved decision.
Any other comments? If not, may I have a motion to reserve decision?
So move.
I second it.
Supervisor Clavin.
Aye.
Councilman Blake.
Aye.
Councilman Carini.
Aye.
Councilman D'Esposito.
Aye.
Councilman Dunn.
Aye.
Senior Councilwoman Gooseby.
Aye.
Councilman Muscarella.
Aye.
Madam Clerk, please call the next public hearing.
The next public hearing involves a proposed local law regarding regulations and restrictions to limit parking in Franklin Square, Uniondale, and Woodmere.
Madam Clerk, would you please read into the record any written comments received regarding this matter?
We have received no written comments from the public on this matter.
Okay, does any member wish to be heard on this matter? If not, may I have a motion?
I move that the public hearing be closed and that we reserve decision on the proposed local law.
Second the motion.
Supervisor Clavin.
Aye.
Councilman Blakeman.
Aye.
Councilman Carini.
Aye.
Councilman D'Esposito.
Aye.
Councilman Dunn.
Aye.
Senior Councilwoman Gooseby.
Aye.
Councilman Muscarella.
Aye.
Madam Clerk, please call the next public hearing.
The next public hearing involves a proposed local law regarding parking or standing prohibitions in Baldwin, Elmont, Franklin Square, Inwood, near Island Park, Roosevelt, and West Hempstead.
Madam Clerk, would you please read into the record any written comments regarding this matter?
We have received no public comments on this matter.
Does any member of the board wish to be heard on this? If not, may I have a motion to reserve decision?
So move.
Second.
Supervisor Clavin.
Aye.
Councilman Blakeman.
Aye.
Councilman Carini.
Aye.
Councilman D'Esposito.
Aye.
Councilman Dunn.
Aye.
Senior Councilwoman Gooseby.
Aye.
Councilman Muscarella.
Aye.
Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll on the next motion?
The next public hearing is a proposed local law regarding arterial stops in Franklin Square, Garden City South, and West Hempstead.
Madam Clerk, will you please read into the record any written comments regarding this matter?
We have not received any public comments on this matter.
Does any member wish to be heard on this matter? If not, may I have a motion to reserve decision?
I make motion to reserve decision.
Second.
Supervisor Clavin.
Second.
You were beaten, Councilwoman.
Oh.
So,
Oh, that's okay.
Supervisor Clavin.
aye.
Councilman Blakeman.
Aye.
Councilman Carini.
Aye.
Councilman D'Esposito.
Aye.
Councilman Dunn.
Aye.
Senior Councilwoman Gooseby.
Aye.
Councilman Muscarella.
Aye.
Madam Clerk, please call the next public hearing.
The next hearing involves a proposed local law regarding traffic regulations in the vicinity of schools in Baldwin.
Madam Clerk, please read into the record any written comments regarding this matter.
We have received no public comments on this matter.
Does any member of the board wish to be heard on this? If not, may I make a motion to reserve decision?
I make a motion for this public.
Second the, go ahead.
I make a motion this public hearing be closed and placed in reserve decision.
And I second the motion.
Yes.
Supervisor Clavin.
Aye.
Councilman Blakeman.
Aye.
Councilman Carini.
Aye.
Councilman D'Esposito.
Aye.
Councilman Dunn.
Aye.
Senior Councilwoman Gooseby.
Aye.
Councilman Muscarella.
Aye.
Madam Clerk, please call the next public hearing.
The next public hearing involves a proposed handicap parking on public streets in Elmont, Franklin Square, Uniondale, and Wantaw.
Madam Clerk, please read into the record any written comments received regarding this matter.
We have received no comments from the public with regard to this matter.
Does any member of the board wish to be heard on this? If not, may I have a motion to reserve decision?
I make a motion to close and the reserve.
So moved.
Let the record reflect that
I
Councilman
can't, you can't.
Gooseby will be the second.
Yes.
Supervisor Clavin.
Aye.
Councilman Blakeman.
Aye.
Councilman Carini.
Aye.
Councilman D'Esposito.
Aye.
Councilman Dunn.
Aye.
Senior Councilwoman Gooseby.
Aye.
Councilman Muscarella.
Aye.
Madam Clerk, please call the next public hearing.
The next hearing involves the proposed revised public parking field maps in Franklin Square. And Supervisor, when the clerk, Mr. Supervisor, there was a discrepancy with the published notice for this case, and so I request that a motion to adjourn this case be made for the May 19th meeting.
Which item are we on?
This is item 16214 on the public hearings calendar.
Baldwin, right?
Supervisor, I move that the item be adjourned till the next meeting.
I'm sorry.
If I could correct the record, pardon me, everybody. Let's just be very clear here. Case number 16214 on the public hearings for today's calendar of May 5th. It is the proposed revised public parking field maps in Franklin Square. As I had asked.
Not Baldwin.
It says, oh, it's Baldwin.
Oh, it is Baldwin.
Yes.
Okay, then, sorry.
That's all right.
That was the, you know what, Councilman, that is actually the heart of the mistake. There was a correction that needs to be made in the location of the public hearing. So I'm asking that there is a motion.
I second Councilman Blakeman's motion to adjourn
May 19th.
to May 19th.
Thank you. Supervisor Clavin.
Aye.
Councilman Blakeman.
Aye.
Councilman Carini.
Aye.
Councilman D'Esposito.
Aye.
Councilman Dunn.
Aye.
Senior Councilwoman Gooseby.
Aye.
Councilman Muscarella.
Aye. Madam Clerk, please call the next public hearing.
The next public hearing involves the proposed local law regarding loading zones near Island Park.
Madam Clerk, would you please read into the record any written comments regarding this matter?
We have received no public comments on this matter.
Does any member of the board wish to be heard on this? If not, may I have a motion to reserve decision?
Supervisor, I move that the public hearing be closed and the proposed local law we reserve decision.
Second.
Supervisor Clavin.
Aye.
Councilman Blakeman.
Aye.
Councilman Carini.
Aye.
Councilman D'Esposito.
Aye.
Councilman Dunn.
Aye.
Senior Councilwoman Gooseby.
Aye.
Councilman Muscarella.
Aye.
Madam Clerk, please call the next public hearing.
The next public hearing is a proposed local law regarding taxi cab stands near Island Park.
Madam Clerk, would you read into the record any written comments we've received regarding this matter?
We have received no comments from the public with regard to this matter.
If not, does any member wish to be heard on this? If not, may I have a motion to reserve decision?
I move that the public hearing be closed and we reserve decision.
Second.
Supervisor Clavin.
Aye.
Councilman Blakeman.
Aye.
Councilman Carini.
Aye.
Councilman D'Esposito.
Aye.
Councilman Dunn.
Aye.
Senior Councilwoman Gooseby.
Aye.
Councilman Muscarella.
Aye.
Madam Clerk, please call the next item.
Should I call all of the remaining public?
Madam Clerk, could you please call all the remaining public hearing cases?
I will. The next one is a proposed local law in relation to the investigation of applications and issuance of peddlers and solicitors licenses. The next public hearing is a proposed local law in relation to promoting healthful environments for animals. The next public hearing is a proposed local law in relation to increasing the maximum fines for illegal dumping or refuse and garbage on vacant lots or streets. The next public hearing involves a proposed local law entitled tow cars by adding a new subsection E thereof in relation to regulations for heavy-duty towing. The next public hearing is a proposed local law in relation to the definition of the term program time period applicable to apprenticeship training programs. The next public hearing is a proposed increase and improvement of the Franklin Square Water District. The next public hearing is a proposed renewal contract for furnishing fire protection service in the Anglesey Fire Protection District near the village of East Rockaway. The next application, it is a companion applications. The application of Gemma Realty Corp. For rezoning from Residence B District to the Business District in Uniondale. And the next and last public hearing is the application of Gemma Realty Corporation for a permit to include gasoline service station within the GSS district in Uniondale.
May I have a motion to adjourn public hearings 16932, 17434, 15234, 14703, 29378, 2667, 41608, 690, 29535, 1712, hearings, all of them until June 9th.
So move.
Second.
Supervisor Clavin.
Second.
Nope. Aye.
No, I need to get my Uniondale in there. You kidding?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. We'll start the roll call again. Supervisor Clavin.
Aye.
Councilman Blakeman.
Aye.
Councilman Carini.
Aye.
Councilman D'Esposito.
Aye.
Councilman Dunn.
Aye.
Senior Councilwoman Gooseby.
Aye.
And Councilman Muscarella.
Aye.
Madam Clerk, please call the administrative calendar.
There are items 1 through 14 on the administrative calendar. I also have 2 resolutions that are of an urgent or emergency nature. The first is entitled Resolution Authorizing the Grant of Emergency Funds to Long Island Cares, Inc. for the purpose of emergency food distribution services to senior citizens and other vulnerable populations in the town of Hempstead, necessitated by the coronavirus public health threat. And the second emergency resolution is entitled A Resolution Authorizing the Supervisor to Execute a Memorandum of Agreement negotiated with the Civil Service Employees Association, Incorporated, relative to employee compensation from May 1st, 2020, until Phase 1 of the reopening begins for the Nassau County area, or until May 31st, 2020, whichever occurs sooner. Those 2 emergency resolutions will appear as items 15 and 16 on the administrative calendar.
Does any member of the board wish to sever any items? Does any member of the board wish to be heard on any item? If not, may I have a motion to adopt the items on the administrative calendar?
So move.
All right, I make a motion that we adopt the items on the administrative calendar, including 15 and 16.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Do I have a second?
I second.
Supervisor Clavin.
Aye.
Councilman Blakeman.
Aye.
Councilman Carini.
Aye.
Councilman D'Esposito.
Aye.
Councilman Dunn.
Aye.
Senior Councilwoman Gooseby.
Aye.
Councilman Muscarella.
Aye.
Okay, Madam Clerk, now that the formal meeting has been adjourned, the town board will remain to listen to any comments that will not take place today because of the
Supervisor?
pandemic. Madam
Thank
Clerk?
you. Yes, thank you. Can we have a motion to adjourn?
I make the motion to adjourn, Madam Clerk.
Supervisor Clavin.
Aye.
Councilman Blakeman.
Aye.
Councilman Carini.
Aye.
Councilman D'Esposito.
Aye.
Councilman Dunn.
Aye.
Senior Councilwoman Gooseby.
Aye.
Councilman Muscarella.
Aye.
Yeah, what has been traditional for the public section of that, obviously because of the pandemic, we can't have it. And we want to allow some comments by the residents. We want to read what you have. So based on the social distancing policies and restrictions, it prevents us from having residents here. We've made it known to all the residents that comments will be received and considered via email. So if you'd like to, you can make comments and questions via email, and they will be considered by the board before any formal decision. That is why we reserve decision. We have indeed received comments in some email form, and I assure everyone that we will listen to them and review them. So with that, I will ask our town clerk to now read aloud any emailed comments we received.
We have received 2 email comments that would normally be placed in the public be heard after the adjournment of the official meeting. One is from Mr. Louis Calaswano. I'll read the comment. A recent study found online conducted at Harvard indicates that the inhalation of even a minute amount of particulate scent airborne may exponentially increase one's risk of contracting the virus. According to a statement recently by Governor Cuomo, the virus itself can remain suspended in the air for 3 hours. So it is likely that the use of blowers may also be spreading the virus. The town of North Hempstead has issued a ban from June 15th through September 15th Other towns on Long Island and across the country have also suspended the use of blowers. Aside from dirt, fertilizers, mold, and insecticides that are sent airborne, a number of heavy metals, such as lead, mercury, arsenic, etc., that are routinely found in the streets in trace amounts are also blown into the air. These are carcinogens. In light of the current pandemic, I believe that it is imperative that action be taken sooner rather than later to ban these machines. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other?
And the second comment is from Ms. Jackie Stafford. Hi, I live in East Meadow. Can you please address the reopening of dog groomers? Their nails need to be cut. It's painful for them when they get too long and their hair gets matted. Please open the groomers. Thank you.
Well, thank you for your comments, and any other submissions, you can do that, and they will be reviewed. With that, I'd like to thank the board. In particular today, the hand-up resolution will be able to enable 14 dedicated locations are going to be created that we will be able to provide food twice a week to families and individuals that need it. Long Island Cares, I've spoken to them, they've seen a spike of almost 64% increase in this. And I'm glad that in a bipartisan manner, we discussed and did the right thing. These will be available up and running hopefully in the next week or two, the first 4, and they will continue to the end of the year. And I just want to thank everybody on this board for doing what we need to do, which is the right thing to help people at this pandemic time. And I want to thank you because it's the right thing, and I'm excited that we're doing exactly what needs to be done. And I want to thank all of you for banding together at this time and helping all the residents in the town of Hempstead who desperately need it. So I just want to say thank you to all of my colleagues on this board. So with that, I ask everybody to stay safe, and I thank you all for watching this, and don't be afraid to submit your comments via email. Thank you all. Wait.